To my YouTube channel Amit Dhakad AI. So in the last video we learned about the class methods. Okay. So in this we will learn about the static methods. In the last video I gave the comparison between static methods, class and instance methods. So I give some idea what is the static methods. So here we will go in the detail. So a static method is a method defined inside the class that is behave exactly like a regular function. Okay. Regular function outside the class. So you can see here two words, function, regular function, and here method. So keep in mind that when we use term method, that means we are referring the function inside the class, and when we use function, that will be outside the class. Okay. So regular function outside the class, it is completely isolated. It does not receive any implicit first argument, neither self and instance nor class. And the class definition. Okay. When we declare a static method using the static method, the decorator, since static method don't read or modify class state or instance states, they are used to group utility and helper function logically inside the namespace of class. So like I already explained this one, the static method will not receive the self and CLS, the class instance, so they will don't have access of the class state and the object state. So imagine a massive factory that builds car, an instance method that drives a single produced car. A class method schedules factory maintenance. A static method is a simple scientific calculator sitting on a desk in the factory. It calculates number example 15 into 8 perfectly, but doesn't need to know anything about the car or the factory to do its math, right? Here we have declaring a static method. So declaring a static method. So how we can create the static method? Okay. So this I already explained. I think you already saw it last video. If you not, you can see it, watch again. And here we have class validator. This is the validator class. Inside that we are trying to create the static method. What is the static method? Static method is that is to validate the email, right? So username is valid email. So it will return @ and email and which.com. It will check only two things. Okay. And the result self dot is valid email. You can directly call using the validator class is valid email or not. You don't have to create the object of the validator class. So result it will return the output true. We can call it on an instance as well, like value. We created instance Amit Dhakad, and we can call using this value, right? Is valued email. So here we are passing just text. We are not passing email. We are passing the email, right? So this is the use case of the static method, and you can create again use. Okay? So you can call using the class name and the instance name. So it will, you can see it is written true and false. Never include self or class in the parameter list of the static method if you trying to access self.username inside the static method. Okay. Python will throw name error or attribute error because the method does not receive a reference to any object. Okay. So keep in mind, if you use the static decorator inside and for any method, or you are defining the static method, never use self and CLS. You will get the error. Next we have why use static methods. You might wonder why not just write a global function outside the class. Okay. So there are several reasons why static methods are essential in production code. Namespace organization keeps helper function group logically inside the class they assist. A string parser for user should reside inside the user and class namespace. Okay, so what it means inside class they assist. So you need to write any static method that assists user class, right? So that you need to add inside the static method. You need to put inside the user class on. You don't have to create the function that will outside the class on the global function. Okay. So a string parser for user should be decided. Like we created function that from user, right? So that you can that is static, or you can create a static or class, right? Readability and intent. Using static method explicitly tells anyone reading the code. This method does not touch the state of the class or instance. That we already saw, like cannot have access of self and CSS. Inheritance safety. Static method can be overwritten by subclass if needed, which is impossible with module and global function. Right? So we have created like some global function static method that is present in the superclass. So you can create the same name, like you can override that in the subclass using the same name. And if you created the global function, that time that will not be the case. You cannot override in the outside the class. Okay? So we have real world study case like encrypting and security utility. So we'll see this example. So we are importing hashlab and secret, and we have class security manager here. Okay, we are creating constructor here in it, and it will take user ID. We have a static method generate token length 32. Right, this is the default value. Cell content, it will create secrets dot token hex and length. So it will create to generate a secure random hexadecimal string, the length of 32. Next, we have static method hashed password and sort. Self content, encrypt password cleaning, sorted password plus sorted will do. It will take two argument password and sort, that is a string. Okay, and it will create like add the sorted password, and it will use 250 SH 256 encryption. Okay, and it will encode. Next, security manager generate token, and it will print new tokens. Sort, we have apex secret sort. Okay, hashing a password dynamically hashed security manager. You can see both are the static methods. We are using the class name hash password. We are passing the password, and we are using the sort string and hash database entry hashed. Okay, so it will return the generated hash. So we will see. I will print this one. We'll run this class. So you can see we have secure token and we created, so we have some number or string, you can say. This is hexadecimal only. Okay. So this is how we are use the generate token or hash password. These are static, right? These are not required for security manager class. Like you cannot have access of the self or CLS inside these functions. These are just helping this class to check, generate the token, and create or restore the password, convert the password in the hash. Okay. So this is related to the static methods done with the class method, instance method, and static methods. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Please like and subscribe and share. So it will be very helpful if you share with your friends. So I will create more contents on the YouTube. Thank you.